So what is Sekiro? It's the action-adventure game from the developers From Software. They're especially known for making the Soulsborne series, and now they take their very own twist on making an action-adventure game. Although the games they previously made are focused more on the RPG elements, Sekiro will only have the setup that you will be playing as a shinobi with little RPG aspect for customizing your character. But don't get me wrong, it still feels like a From Software game, mainly because of the difficulty setting they're known for. Yeah, the game is hard. The game plays itself in the closing year of the Sengoku era in Japan, where many of the clans fight with each other for the control over the land. But the setup of this era is not identical to real-life Japan. It is based on a fantasy environment like in the Soulsborne genre, with beasts, monsters and magical beings, etc. And here you play as a shinobi called the Wolf, who's sworn to protect the divine heir, but before this, when he was younger, he was an orphan and was scavenging the battlefields. But during his scavenging, he got noticed by the owl, taking the wolf under his wing and trained him to be a skilled shinobi. But later, the divine heir he sworn to protect was taken. He lost the battle with the commander of the Ashin clan and took the divine heir. During the fight, the wolf lost his left arm and was left for dead, but he got resurrected from death, and when he woke up, his left arm got replaced with a ninja prosthetic arm, made by the sculptor. After hearing the little lord is still alive, he seeks redemption to restore his honor and protect the divine heir, and save him from the fate the Ashin clan has planned for him. The character you play has the setup of a shinobi, aka a ninja, so you can think of the customizations are like a ninja class and an RPG, to get an idea. The combat you face in the game has the dual aspect in it. The game will mainly focus on dueling with your enemies, performing blocks, parries and dodging to break the opponent's posture while maintaining yours. Breaking an opponent's posture will let you perform a death blow, but same goes for you. If your posture gets broken, you are in danger of getting a death blow yourself. But don't get me wrong, although the game will be focusing on one-on-one combat, it's not that the game will give you these encounters freely. You have to plan your approach taking down the lesser enemies before dueling the stronger foes. The stealth mechanic is a deadly tool you can use to your advantage for taking down enemies quickly with a death blow, or use it to gain information about your enemy's weaknesses by eavesdropping and use this information to your advantage. Can also be of great use to get around areas without guns blazing every time you go through a new area. The prosthetic arm you have has a huge impact in the game. This magical arm will be of use to get around quickly, using the grapple to make you very mobile in and out of combat. Each tool of the prosthetic arm has their own unique utility towards enemy weaknesses. For example, shields can easily be broken by the axe, and some enemies are weak to fire, so you can use this to your advantage. Further, the progression of your character is upgradable by finding materials in the world and defeating strong enemies, so this leaves out the aspect of farming low level enemies for XP to beat the stronger ones. For customization on equipment, you will be using the katana the whole time throughout the game, so this is very limited, although for the prosthetic arm you can equip up to 3 tools at once in the menu, and you can also make use of consumables and unique items. The unlockable skills you upgrade are limited as well, requiring you to unlock them first and equip them, but you can only have one skill equipped one at a time, but still some skills you upgrade have permanent passive bonuses. Now for the most interesting mechanic in the game is Resurrection from Death. This tool can be used to adjust your mistakes and try again, or can be used for a quick death blow to your enemies thinking you have died and take them by surprise, or you can simply use it to escape the area and plan your next move. But keep in mind that you will not be able to spam this mechanic and it comes with a cost. The interesting part of this mechanic is that it will affect the overall game with dragon rot. It will infect the world with illness affecting the NPCs around you, and maybe the overall endgame, but this is yet to be confirmed. The enemies you face are very unique, that they have their very own impact of the overall storytelling in the game, especially bosses do this. With the placement of the enemies and dialogue of some bosses, you get to know more how the world of Sekiro is presented to you, as well as the overall lore and story of the game. The enemies in the game you face are going to be a challenge. They have their very own moveset, weapons and weaknesses to get involved in on how you are going to overcome them. The NPCs in the game will give you interesting dialogue to the overall story of the game and about the NPCs themselves, with side stories of their own, and they may lead to additional side quests in the game for more variety than only the main story. Like I said before, you will be placed in a fantasy Japan during the end of the Sengoku era. This is a very interesting concept, and with the footage already shown, this world looks beautiful and you can easily get lost in it. And with the mobility of the grappling hook, this makes the world come alive even more. Hopping on buildings, trees and jumping through the mountains makes this world more open for exploration. The game is set with a general hub area with checkpoints called the Sculptor's Idols around the overall world. The general hub area is basically your safe haven where you can practice your combat skills, upgrade your tools and talk to NPCs which shown up in this area for additional lore and storytelling. So now the question, should you get Sekiro Shadows Die Twice? Well, like in previous titles from the developers, the game is not easy, and you're forced to master the game mechanics to make the game easier and playable, so basically get good. And this might let some people down not getting it. I will generally say that this game will be a memorable experience with the setup of the game and unique storytelling and gameplay, so I will highly recommend you at least give it a try. So this wraps up the end of the video, and I hope you enjoyed it and got a clear understanding what to expect from the game. This is the first part of a 3-part series I'm going to do for the game, following up with a review and a final recap of the game. So if you're interested in that, then you can check them out when they're up. And if you are new to the channel, then you can subscribe for more related content like this one. And I'll also be doing a let's play for the game and guides to help you guys out. But I thank you for watching, and if you found it helpful, don't forget to leave a like, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.